My name's Greg Hamilton. I've been at Ebenezer since the mid-'80s. Been involved in the men's club over those years. Also been involved in the finance committee, and most recently more involved in Sunday school program.
Awesome. So tell me about your Sunday school class.
So our Sunday school class is, I consider, a little unique. We don't follow a particular book or lesson plan per se, but what we do is we pick what we want to study. So right now we're studying Paul, and I really like it because to me it's more like a Bible study. I spent about 10 years in a Bible study outside of the church, and I realized over that time that all the years I've been going to church, I really had not gotten to what I need to do, which was studying the Bible and understand the application to me. And so now we have Michael Twig as our Sunday school leader, and he is very devout and very studied. And for instance, he brings the Greek into it, and he helps me understand the context with which the particular verses that we're studying, how they were written, when they were written, why they were written, and that makes it easier for me to understand how that applies to me today, because I can read that and read that and read that and not particularly, get the same thing out of it that I can get out of it when we sit around in the classroom and get the different people's perspectives and talk through it. And everyone in that class usually has a perspective and is very willing to share that, and it means a lot to me to do that.
That's a great answer. Tell me about the personality of your Sunday school class. If someone were to ask you, hey, would I enjoy your Sunday school class, what would you say?
Oh, I think that we have a diverse group there, and some of us like to talk and some of us don't like to talk, and Michael makes us feel very much at ease, and we welcome anybody, and I think that anybody that comes in would get a lot out of it.
You've been at church here a long time. What's your sense of the opportunities that adults in this church have for spiritual formation, for spiritual growth?
Well, I would say that the first probably introduction I got early on was through the men's club, and it's a brotherhood. And I've heard Ann say in the past that it's one of the most strongest men's club as far as what they do and what they get done of any church she's been at, and I would have to agree with that. And it's just a community, it's a fellowship, it's a brotherhood, and those guys would do anything for you. So I think I experienced spiritual growth through what the men's club has offered, and then we've been involved in some mission work over the past, supporting my wife Katie, but that's been a growth opportunity. And she taught the kids for several years, and we did some mission work with them and went to some other churches. So it was really been seeing through the eyes of those groups different opportunities and different ways of looking at things.
Are you seeing any changes in the church over you've been here 30 years, in the last 10 years? What do you sense are the changes and opportunities for adults in fellowship and ministry and Bible study here?
I've seen a growth in the mission opportunities over time. The men's club's very strong with their semi-annual barbecue and sale. But I think I've seen a real push on the Sunday school side too. And the youth has, in the last, I don't know how many years, let's say 10 years, has had some real strong leadership too. And I really see a push in the Sunday school and in the youth programming.
What aspect of your involvement in the church has been most meaningful to you?
Well, I've been highly involved with the finances in the past, but that's kind of what I do at work. So I've kind of backed away from that, more thinking in terms of things I don't do at work. So I think the mission work with the Water Angels particularly, and now through the Sunday school program, I'm getting a lot out of the Sunday school program because I feel like I'm getting a context of the Bible that I just didn't have before, which makes it more applicable to me, and I can relate better to why the Bible, which was written thousands of years ago, how it relates to me today and how I can apply it today.
If you were talking to one of the new adult members of our church and they said, how could I get involved in the church? Where would you recommend me to think about getting plugged into the church? What advice would you give them?
Well, I would obviously advise them to get involved in the men's club first, and then I would ask them to try out some of the Sunday school programs. But they have the opportunity to go to the worship service of their choice and the contemporary versus the traditional. So I think that offers a lot of opportunity too, depending on what kind of worship they like, and that's everybody's preference. But then the church seems to be also involved in the community, and having the Easter egg hunt, having the fall festival really tends to draw the community in. And so I just think that's multiple chances for them to get involved either through the church or even as a part of the community to come into the church.
What's your favorite thing about Ebenezer?
It's the men's club. Those guys, have been through some health issues and they're just there for you. It's family.
That's awesome. We need to get you back to the men's club on a regular basis. Anything else you want to say? Like, not give you the opportunity to say anything you want to say about your life here at the church?
Well, it's probably not a great comparison, but remember when on the old, was it Friends? I'll back up and do this. What was the bar? Sorry. Where everybody knew your name. Cheers, sorry. Yeah, remember on the old Cheers show where everybody walked in and everybody knew everybody? Well, it's like that here. You walk in and you see Estes or Johnny or Doug Cartwright, and when you walk in, you just feel at home.